G'day guys, I'm Dave. So I picked the key of G for this one. There's only one sharp in the key of G. And you could pick, I like to make a lot of my exercises and songs in keys that don't have many sharps or flats. So we're looking at C, all natural notes. G only has one sharp, the F sharp. It's gonna be this note right here, the second fret of the sixth string, and then we're gonna use it in multiple places as we look across the neck in these patterns right here over the top four strings. The key of F only has one flat. The key of D has two sharps, so that's another one I like to compose a lot in. And yeah, those are the four main ones I like to use. A good exercise that I think is crucial when understanding the fretboard, whether you're a fingerstyle guitarist or simply just a regular strumming guitarist, the major scale is crucial. And the reason why I think this is so is because you think of every pop-oriented piece of music, it's going to revolve around this scale. And it's important to know patterns. So something I like to look at is incorporating a little bit of a percussive beat within our scales to make them more interesting. We've got different patterns. We could start with just the top four strings, right? Okay, pattern 2. What was I doing with pattern 1? I was going 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, all right? Now I'm using just legato here. In other words, I'm hammering on. So this is going to build some real finger strength, especially in your left hand. When it comes to a lot of fingerstyle, there's going to be a required techniques for doing a lot of taps, hammer-ons, producing notes with these extended techniques. Hammer-ons, for example. Hammer-ons from nowhere. Okay? And it's something that I recommend practicing a lot of because this is going to help you in creating arrangements. You might do some tapping in there. Okay? One little example there. But now, so what I'm doing next is going 3, 5, 7. See how you're following the major scale upwards? You're just moving everything on one string up a step, right? So 3, 5, 7, top two strings. 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, third and fourth string. You could start with just doing the hammer-ons, right? Okay. That's what we had first. Do speed bursts. I recommend these a lot. And what I mean by speed bursts, take two strings at a time, right? Focus on producing each note very clearly. You can do that. The fifth and sixth string right there. Key of G, right? Because we're doing an F sharp there. So that's within the key of G. You can do that right there. I could do my third finger. So it's going to be 5, 7, 8 on the sixth string. 5, 7, 9. Real strength builder there. The pinky is typically the weakest. So that's really going to help you out there. So you could go up those three strings, those three patterns. There you go. Then you can finish right there for now. It's going to be 7, 8, 10, and then 7, 9, 10. Switching it up there. So we're not just doing one pattern, right? Like aimlessly. We're actually following a melodic line, the major scale. If I was just to take the top two strings for starters, now I could get a little groovy with it. I could do a slapping thing. Okay, that's an idea. Slapping with the thumb. Hit and release with the flick of the wrist, the twisting. This motion right here, moving your wrist in this motion. That's an idea. When you're brave enough, you can come back down. That's one idea there. finish up here. And then you start again all over here. So what else do we have to finish there? After this, we're going 8, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12. I'm using my first, second, fourth finger for those. Okay. Then I'm going 10, 12, 14, and then same on the 5th string. And then finishing with 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 15, 5th string. And there you are. And then you've started all over again. So that's just the top 2 strings there, the 5th and 6th string. You could then go ahead and play the strings below that, right? You can incorporate them in the pattern. Remember we looked at the beginning one, we had 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. And then we're gonna go 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. You could just focus on 2 strings at a time. And then afterwards we can match them all up. Like that. Okay, that's an idea. And that way you're using, it's a cool exercise because you're using all your thumb, first, second, and third finger. And then this is where it gets really tricky. You could go thumb, second finger, first finger, third finger. So like 6th string, 4th string, 5th string, 3rd string. That's where it really gets tricky. You do some string skipping. That's really tricky right there. I highly recommend that one. That's a good challenge. That'll make you very fluent. So, and then what would come after that is 5, 7, 9. And then the same on the 3rd string. And then if you're gonna mix up all those, you could change, you could probably change the fingering here from 1st, 3rd, 4th finger to maybe 2nd and then 3rd finger, considering you're doing this 5, 7, 9 on 5th, 4th, and 3rd string. So you could mix it up again, think like, that'll take some getting used to there. That's a good one. We've got a similar thing going on here. We're going 7, 9, 10, 4th string. Yep. And then 7, 9, 11, 3rd string. Okay. And then 9, 10, 12, 9, 11, 12. Okay. 10, 12, 14, 11, 12, 14, and then finishing with 12, 14, 16, both strings. And then you're back at the beginning again. And then you might find that pulling off is a little bit trickier, or hammering on is a little bit trickier. So what would I do now? If I get those shapes and patterns going across the neck pretty well, then obviously I want to do the string skipping exercise, the one we looked at. This is going to be a tremendous one. Start slow, gain speed slowly, do speed bursts. You could do that right there, that's a good tactic if you're really trying to get quicker. But then I also recommend repetition with good focus, paying attention to what your fingers are doing. Yeah, and then as far as percussion goes, you could do your slapping like we looked at. You could slap the 5th and 6th strings if you were to do the string skipping, right? Okay, and then plucking the popping sound on the 4th and the 3rd strings. So at this point, it's kind of like we're playing a bass. It's kind of cool, right? We're doing slap bass, because the bass has the same top 4 strings, right? So now you're equipped to be a good bass player. Pretty neat. And then what if you just want to do more, you could do what's called the percussive slap, where you're hitting, but you're also letting the 5th string ring out, for example. So it's like I'm slapping the 6th string, the strings above it, but I'm ringing out the string that I'm trying to play.